Suppose a plus b plus c equals to 2s. We need to prove the following. Okay, let us begin. So we'll start our proof from the left hand side. On the left hand side, we have cosine squared s. That is added to cosine squared s minus a. Next, we have to it added as cosine squared s minus b added to cosine squared s minus c. Fine. Now, what we'll do here, we're going to change the second term and the fourth term, which are a cosine squared function, to its equivalent sine squared function. Here, what we'll do, we can take the help of the identity sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta. We know that's always equals to 1. So that means if we only want to express cosine squared theta, this is going to be equals to 1 minus sine squared theta. Fine. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll keep the first term intact. We have cosine squared cs. We are going to change the second term to it's sine squared equivalent as 1 minus sine squared s minus a. Added to, we have cosine squared s minus b added to 1 minus sine squared s minus c. Fine. Now 1 and 1 that gets added to give us 2. So that also takes care of the 2 that we need on the right hand side. Plus, now what we'll do, we're going to take the first term cosine squared s and we're going to combine it with sine squared s minus a. We have a standard formula, we'll come to that in a moment. Added to, next we're going to take cosine squared s minus b, and from it we're going to subtract sine squared s minus c. Okay, so the formula that we are going to use here is, if we have cosine squared alpha minus sine squared beta, so this is given by cosine of alpha plus beta multiplied to cosine of alpha minus beta, which means that for our case we are going to get 2 plus the cosine squared s minus sine squared s minus a. That's going to give us cosine of s added to s minus a, so that's 2s minus a, multiplied to cosine of, so we'll get s minus a, that's going to simply give us positive a, added to, now combining these two, this is going to give us cosine of, so we're going to first add these two angles to get 2 times s minus b minus c, multiplied to cosine of, now we take the difference of them, that's going to give us c minus b. Fine. Now what we have here is 2 added to cosine of angle a multiplied to cosine of angle 2s minus a, added to, now cosine of 2s minus b minus c. So that is simply going to be cosine of a. The reason is because it's already given that a plus b plus c equals to 2s. So we can note that down here. Since a plus b plus c equals to 2s, so that would mean that 2s minus b minus c must be equals to a. All we have done is replace this angle with a. This is going to get multiplied to cosine of, the cosine of c minus b, let's keep it as c minus b, we'll come to that in a moment. Now what we have is 3 terms. We'll only consider the second and the third term, and in each of the 2 terms we see that cosine a is a common factor. So what we can do, we can take cosine of a as the common factor. So cosine of a gets multiplied to cosine of 2s minus a added to cosine of c minus b. Fine. Now we can easily combine the 2 cosine function within the parentheses. We have a standard formula for that. Let's note the term. So we know that cosine of c added to cosine of d, this is simply going to be equals to 2 times the product of cosine of c plus d over 2 multiplied to cosine of c minus d over 2. Okay, so now we have cosine 2 times cosine of, so we're going to add these 2 angles. We get 2s minus a plus c minus b divided by 2 multiplied to cosine of, we'll have to take the difference, so we have 2s minus a minus c added to b divided by 2. Okay, so this is going to be equals to 2 added to 2 times cosine of angle a. So let's work with the angle 2s minus a plus c minus b. Fine. So 2s minus a minus b plus c. Now what is 2s? 2s, that's a plus b plus c. And then we have negative a minus b plus c. So a and a gets cancelled out, b and b gets cancelled out, so we are left with 2c. So what we have here is 2c divided by 2. That's going to give us simply c. Multiply to cosine of angle, so 2s minus a minus c plus b. So when we substitute 2s with a plus b plus c, we are going to get 2b in the numerator. And since we have division by 2, we're going to get b. And as we can say, this is the expression on the right hand side. So we needed 2 plus 2 times cosine a, cosine b, cosine c. So here we have successfully verified. Thus, the left hand side is the same as the right hand side. Hence, proved.